I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the bullroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the bullroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Sticking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the bullroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the bullroom.
All right. Welcome, everybody. This is EMP.Money. This is our daily live AMA and Detonator rollover event. I am AJ. I'm the team lead here at EMP, and I'm joined by my co-host with the most, Bull Gates. Bull, how are you, brother?
Really good. Cheese puffs in hand. My drink here, ready to go, ready to get it on. Let's fire up the ecosystem. So all systems are go.
I love it. No doubt, brother. Cheese puffs in hand. Now, what crypto project does daily AMAs with an OG co-host that eats cheese puffs and drinks soda while we're doing the AMAs? No
Oh,
other
hey,
one.
you
That's
know it.
you,
You
man.
know it's not soda. That
Oh,
it's
what
one
is
of
it?
those
It's
crazy,
tea. Yeah.
one of those Panera crazy
man.
caffeinated beverages.
So you're hyped up on those caffeine drinks too. Even better. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. We got that going on in the jalapeno popper cheese puffs. It's the
Perfect,
real
Bull.
deal.
Yes. Oh, I love it, man. What a way to start the AMA. Again, that's what you get here at EMP. I love it. So, yes, welcome, everybody. We're happy to have you. We have a full day ahead of updates and announcements, as usual. Today was, again, a busy day of tying up a lot of loose ends, but I'm happy to go over some things in the works. So, first of all, we announced our ETH staking yesterday. Little change. We are actually pausing our ETH staking. We released a full announcement on our socials over the last 24 hours. But this is extremely beneficial to the protocol. If you're not familiar with what we're doing, I would strongly encourage you to listen to the AMA yesterday, as we went through a lot of stuff on that. But I can give you the TLDR version. We made a decision to pause the ETH staking because we have even bigger plans by rehypothecating the Detonator LP onto our farm. So I know that sounds like a different language, so I'll break it down a little bit further. The ETH staking contract was designed originally to bolster our liquidity, to allow us as a treasury and as a project to earn by mining our own eShare tokens, and doing so in a manner that didn't dilute the rewards too much, but still allowed for a revenue stream for the treasury. And so all of that was accomplished within ETH staking. But after that, Detonator just became so powerful that Detonator accomplishes all those goals. So we're going to actually rehypothecate Detonator LP rather than using the ETH staking LP that is created, and be able to have a revenue stream for Detonator, where I know a lot of people have asked, why does my daily burst go up and down? Um, and so this will hopefully solve that issue, and daily burst should at least maintain, if not go up, because of this addition. So, Bull, I don't know if you want to elaborate on that a little bit more, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, like AJ said, the staking set out to accomplish a few goals, and it accomplished those. I think ahead of time. I mean, I think it turned out it was even more powerful than we had anticipated. And the great thing is that even though it's being paused for round 2 at the moment, everybody's going to be paid out. They're going to get their 19%. And then we're going to be able to see what, that 3 months has given us. And we know that 3 months has given everybody that was in that contract 19%. But one thing that it really, maybe the understated thing that it really did was it gave everybody time to grow and understand what the ecosystem really is, what the team is about, what the community is about, and just some time to really kind of, put your roots in the community and start to grow and with your knowledge and see your portfolio grow. But excuse me, in relation to the rehypothecation of the LP, is that the great thing about that is that is going to be able to bolster both the detonator contract and like AJ said, improve your daily burst and the ability to also, the funds that it can create used to protect PEG, which in turn, protects the ecosystem. So it's really, I look at it kind of as a little bit of a hybrid of the ETH staking, but it's a similar idea. And the great thing is that, you guys are always innovating and using the pieces in unique ways to grow the ecosystem and protect the ecosystem. And I always like the idea of being able to pivot in crypto, because everybody that's in crypto knows that a week in crypto is like a year in the real world. It might even be faster than that here. So when we see something, that is successful, you really kind of want to latch onto that. And the good thing about the detonator is we see that how powerful it is. And, it's so powerful, obviously, that everybody is trying to copy the name in it. Nobody can copy all the elements of it because there's too much to it. And as I've said a million times here, that one of the secret sauces is the community, the community's ability to understand that they are the ecosystem, and then, move in accordance with the ecosystem. And then the system rewards them for that. And I think everybody here knows that. And as we move forward, we can see, kind of like this, right? The rehypothecation of how that is going to work. I think I'm just kind of looking at the channel here and seeing, a lot of people being really psyched about that, and kind of popping through some other channels where I know EMP people hang out, and they're really excited for this change because, as I said before, I think everybody understands how the ecosystem works a lot better than they did, 95 days ago. I know I do. And I hope everybody always takes, every day as an opportunity to learn more and more about the system, more and more about like kind of having your game plan of what to do. And now we have that option with the ETH staking releasing in a day, right? A day and a few hours, I guess. And what you can do with that to protect the ecosystem to protect your investment and actually grow it too. So I just look at anything here that like AJ talks about. It's a good thing because these guys always deliver on what, on the contracts that they build. They honor the words, or, their words that, they've made to the community, and, DeFi as a whole. So I'm the first guy behind AJ, just kind of follow in his lead, because he's a trailblazer and everybody here is a trailblazer too. So we're going to push forward and we're going to keep pushing up and to the right.
Awesome, thanks, Bull. Yeah, man. No, we've been painstakingly going through the math. I know you've been involved in those conversations. A lot of the army. We looked at this at all angles, and the platform could have absolutely, from an economic side, the platform could have absolutely handled the LP from Detonator and ETH staking. But so it's not a matter of there's an issue with the economics, but we just don't, everything here at EMP we do as a most conservative and sustainable approach possible, and so we just didn't want to have that burden of having to get that 19% and dilute everybody else too much that's already in the farms, because we want to reward those of you that are in the farms and doing exactly as we outline in the best strategies. And so by doing this, again, you're able to create your own LP tokens. So again, instead of just doing ETH staking, where we would pair up the the EMP for the treasury, and farm for you basically. I mean, we're not doing anything; it's all smart contract, but just for ease of illustration here. But now you can just create your own LP, and this is bullish for PEG too, because once all that ETH unlocks, we could see some major buying pressure on EMP. Again, you may want to scale in, don't go too crazy and buy all at once, maybe buy a few, but this is going to be huge for our PEG support, meaning again, staying over PEG. If we can get to that 1.03, 1.05 range, and then maintain around that range, we would be in full print every single day, and we will see e-shares absolutely moon when that happens. So again, I think it's a win-win for everybody. You're actually even more, you have a more advantageous position by just using that ETH to create your own LP, because then you're not locked into the farm either. So, or I'm sorry, through locked into ETH staking. You're in the farm, which again, you can pull that LP out at any time. You can put it in the auto vault. The auto vault's even almost a better version of ETH staking, because it auto compounds for you again and again every day, just like we were doing with with the ETH staking contract. But you own all of those profits, and it would be again, hypothetically speaking, it could be much more than that 19%, because again, the treasury was earning on that spread when we were doing the ETH staking. So anyway, I hope that all helps. I know it's a lot of info to take in. I'm happy to answer any specific questions. I know, it sounds like another language sometimes, and maybe a little bit complicated, but I'm more than happy to go into that more. I have a few other updates that I want to get to before we get into all that. We had an awesome article today on investing.com. Again, this is in regards to our Splinterlands partnership, and it just goes to show why it's so important to partner with quality projects and the fringe benefits that we get by doing that. So again, there was a full page article on investing.com that was talking about our partnership with EMP and their partnership with Huobi, which is the other major exchange that they were listed on yesterday. But to be in the same sentence, in the same article, as one of the top 10 crypto exchanges, and EMP partnering with Splinterlands, it just adds a lot to our street cred, so to speak. So yeah, really exciting stuff. What else? I had an AMA today with a forever passive income. We did a great little AMA. You can check that out. I had a Hydro Rails AMA scheduled yesterday, but they had a major announcement of their own, and so we had to reschedule. We got our lines crossed a little bit on that, but I will be doing an AMA with Hydro Rails sometime next week or the week after, and then they will also be here on our AMA as well. They have a lot of updates. They've diversified into some other earning protocols, both inside and outside of crypto. They got involved in a medical marijuana farm, so there's a lot of cool stuff that they're doing at Hydro Whales. What else? A few more things, and then LA has some announcements too. Speaking of Splinterlands, I will be doing a guest appearance on their town hall Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that you show up. We want a lot of support in the comments for EMP. They have a major announcement that they're doing as well. So this could be one of the largest attended town halls that they have, and a town hall is their version of an AMA. So they do their AMA once a week. And so everybody, please mark it on your calendar. Make sure that you show up and are there to support. I think that's it. LA, I'll let you go into Play Estates and Dygycon. Are you there, LA? Go ahead.
Hi. Hello,
Hey, there she
everybody.
is. All right, awesome.
Oh my gosh, I think we have so many announcements and stuff
I know. I
today.
think
It's
I
kind
forgot
of
a
crazy.
few. So yeah, I'll let you go, and then I'm going to fill in some more at the end. So yeah, it's
Cool.
been crazy.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Oh my gosh. AJ is like the man of AMAs this week. I swear to God,
Yes.
I don't know how you do so much talking in a day. Like,
Totally.
I don't know how you still have your voice.
I'm feeling the burn today, that's for sure. Oh man, today I was like, oh boy, another AMA. But no, I love it. So go ahead, LA. Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, AJ is going to be doing an amazing AMA. He's going to be popping on to the AMA of Play Estates. Play Estates is an amazing group who has a gaming platform where you can actually start building an actual real estate investment portfolio from playing a game. So that's pretty badass. So they're an awesome group that actually had a conference or who were part of a conference last week in LA, and were kind enough to feature EMP at their booth and tell people about us while they were telling people about themselves. So that was pretty awesome. And they're hosting AJ, and they wanted to invite our community to attend their AMA tomorrow. And they're actually hosting an amazing giveaway. So I'm just going to read it so I don't screw it up. You're going to have the opportunity to enter their Genesis Owner Key NFT giveaway raffle. And so there is a link to their Discord in our group, but I am going to go ahead and post it again with a little image here. And I'll get that up in just a second. And then another thing is on September 24th, AJ is going to be speaking at Dygycon. And it's really exciting because he's been doing these every 2 months or so for the last few. But this time is actually really special because we have an entire EMP hall. So there's a hall called EMP Hall. And we're going to have the EMP logos on all the walls of the hall. And AJ is going to do a talk, and we're going to have a booth, and we're going to be able to have Army members and community members actually attending and working the room and telling people about EMP. And we're going to be able to actually live stream videos from within our hall and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool. It's going to be an amazing opportunity to get the word out about EMP. I just think it'll be like this really cool day. All the events past have been amazing, and I think this one will just be even more amazing.
Yeah, no doubt, LA. No, we're excited for that one. We again, we've always had a presence at Dygycon. I've been there basically since it started. I was there with my previous project, Polypixels, and so and then once we started EMP, we were there the whole time. And so yeah, this is like the next step in all that. We have an entire hall, so an entire room branded for us. There'll be other crypto projects there. Dygycon is basically a digital crypto conference where again you can join from your phone or from your computer and interact with others through little avatars. So it's really cool. I mean, it's very forward thinking of where I think the whole quote unquote metaverse is going towards. So and this could be a good precursor to an in person event. I have every intention of getting EMP more involved in some in real life crypto conferences. So again, make sure you guys show up to that DigiCon and answer questions to around our booth, hang out around the booth, and get people excited. Show them we have a big community. And so one last thing too about Splinterlands. I scheduled a call today for tomorrow with what I hope will be they're one of the top 50, top 50 Splinterlands players. And they are interested in becoming a brand ambassador for us. So those of you that maybe don't know about Splinterlands, but want to get involved but don't know where to start, you'll be able to learn from the best. So I'm working on that. I'm hoping to bring him on board, and then he'll also help us manage a guild in Splinterlands, which is another way for everybody to earn. EMP will be again buying all the upgrades to that guild, and then it can be an earning avenue not only for EMP but also for all of our players. So again, I know some of you probably aren't too interested in the play to earn space, but if you are, and even if you aren't, I would say just give it a shot. I mean, I know it sounds maybe a little bit juvenile, but it's pretty amazing. I mean, outside of EMP, Splinterlands has been my number one revenue generating crypto project, period. So, and yes, I've been involved for 2 years, so it didn't happen overnight. But the timing is amazing because all of the assets and most of the economy, again, is on the floor from all-time highs. So it would be a great way to accumulate with EMP. Again, it's just a win-win. So all right, awesome. Anything else, LA? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Did you want to go into mentioning our email lists, or
I
did
would
you want
love
me
to. Yeah, so you can help me out too, but yes, we are really excited about our email list. We have seen it grow massively. Um, it's been incredible. I know a lot of you have already been responding that are on. If you have not signed up to our email list, please do so. You can get to that link from our homepage on the website. If you go to sign up for the Academy, it will take you to this page. And so I think tomorrow there's some alpha dropping to the email list, right, LA?
Yeah, it's oh my gosh, it's gonna be so exciting. I got a little preview today, so I
Killer.
feel like a little bit giddy. But everyone who signed up to our new Academy waiting list, keep an eye out for an email tomorrow. Something really cool is heading your way. And actually, I think over 200 of you, or more than 200 of you, have already signed up for that list. And then everyone else who's our current emperors, you're going to get a new email about the new UI training really soon also. So there's going to be a bunch of new emails dropping your way that all have a ton of value and some alpha.
Killer. Yes, so absolutely. Again, we're really respectful with the emails, but we don't inundate you. But they are the number one way to hear the most recent info first, and it's different info than what we share in Telegram and in Discord. So, and it's a direct link to me, I mean, I write all the emails. LA helps me, and Rachel, our other email expert. But yeah, I mean, I read all the emails, all the replies. They've been super humbling. A lot of you have said how EMP, has changed your life or been a really a fresh take on crypto for you, which is just really, it means the world. So again, the email list has been killer. We have like a 70% open rate on our emails, and those that are in email marketing, that's like absolutely unheard of. I mean, I was heavy into email marketing, and I was lucky if I got a 10% open rate. So that just goes to show you, again, how this community is just so strong and so supportive, and we really, really appreciate that. So, all right, awesome, LA. Any other news with that? I know I have one more announcement about the UI, but yeah, go ahead, LA.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to remind you of that. Go for it.
All right, awesome. So yes, some of you that have a very keen eye, nothing gets past some of you, but others that haven't noticed this yet, there is some upgrades to the homepage dashboard, and now the little tooltip under our PEG health will actually tell you how much EMP or BUSD or ETH it would take to regain PEG when we're below PEG, and when we're above PEG, it switches to letting you know about bond redemption. So that is a really cool feature. A lot of you have asked, when we are below PEG, how much in terms of dollar value would it take to get back to PEG? And now you know. So if you're feeling, extra generous, or you really need to build your EMP bags, you'll know exactly what it would take to get us back to PEG. So really exciting stuff. And again, we're always updating the UI. Jake has been doing a lot more upgrades. And then finally, speaking of upgrades, Detonator, we are hoping to have the new Detonator upgrades live Monday the 8th. So that is what we're shooting for. Again, I won't do an official countdown until we're 100% on that. But I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that. We're waiting on the final revisions of the white paper. We are working on all that today. There will be a brand new white paper for Detonator. Again, nothing is fundamentally changing. There's a lot of upgrades that are being implemented. So we're not rewriting the contract by any means, but we want to do a whole new white paper with some updated info, and make it easy for everybody that may not be into Detonator yet. They can come at it with fresh eyes and know what Detonator is. So that will be out before we go live. So all of you will have plenty of time to review the white paper, ask further questions, get your strategies in place. So yeah, really exciting stuff. And then again, that will play into the UI as well, because the new Detonator UI will finally be live with that release. So, oh man, I think that's a lot of info today. Very, very, again, today was the update AMA, but Bull or LA, anything else we forgot?
One more
Oh,
thing
go
to
ahead, LA.
add. Sorry, Bull. One more thing to add. Just shout out to Mark Leone. He's on the Play Estates team. He just wrote in the group for the AMA tomorrow. Mention that you're from EMP, so you get the role in the Play Estates Discord to allow you to enter the giveaway.
Perfect. Even more perks for our EMP community. I love it.
That's right.
Yep, go ahead, Bull. Do you have something you want to add?
Yeah, of course. So, you mentioned Detonator enhancements, and the important thing really is that, what's attached to that is that those are community enhancements, things that people in the community have asked for. It's not that, like the team just decided to change everything because they wanted to. Detonator is an amazing creation, but something else that is really special here and is the community. and these guys are always listening to us. So, I mean, really take that to heart, that the things that you ask for, they get built here. It might take a little bit of time. The only thing, that took too long a little bit was the UI, but here it is. It's out, it's ready, it's going. But the point is that when this community asks for something, the team delivers on it. AJ is always looking. He is always looking for feedback. He is always listening to people's suggestions. And that's something that really separates like this project from so many others. And it might sound like cliche when I say this all the time, because sometimes I think I'm like, oh boy, do I sound too cliche-esque? But the reality is I see him in so many different channels, listening to what people say, responding to what people say. And then when I look at the enhancements to things, the products that get put out, I'm like, yeah, you know why EMP is successful? Because they take the things that the community wants. They build the things that the ecosystem needs. They kind of meld those together, and then bap, there's the product for all of us to earn, all of us to learn how to use it properly. And then, while we're kind of getting our feet wet, so to speak, and learning that enhancement, they're working on something else, because the reality is DeFi is always moving. It's fluid, and you have to keep moving forward. And the thing that is so great here is that they're never resting. They're always building. They're always listening. But it's not that it's 6 guys in a room listening to one another. It's 6 guys. It's 40 people, in the army. It's 200 people in the VIP. It's 5,000 people in Discord. It's everybody here talking, everybody saying things, everybody suggesting things. And why I say it all the time is make your voice heard, because you might not have the technical skill to code something, but you might have an incredible idea or a suggestion that you've put on paper, and you think it could help the ecosystem. And that's really the important thing, is that you understand that you're an owner of the ecosystem and that you can protect it, you can build it. And, you're not just out on an island by yourself. We are all in this boat together. And as long as we're listening to one another, sharing ideas, sharing knowledge, like, this ecosystem is really unstoppable, because, everybody in the community is unified to reach those goals together. So yeah, that's what I had to say. Sorry.
Totally, Bull. No, don't ever apologize. That was awesome. And yeah, it's true. I mean, we obviously, the number one priority is, again, I'll say it every AMA if I have to, but the sustainability of the project and protocol is number one. But after that, it is, community feedback. Like, if you all would like to see something different in EMP, as long as it doesn't hurt the overall economics or the protocol in general, we're happy to try to implement that. And so you'll see that in some of these upgrades to the detonator. It's been a lot of things that the community has been asking for. And again, it addresses some things as well, because a lot of people, that's another thing. Like, sometimes people don't know what they want. And I don't mean that in a derogatory fashion. I mean, they say, oh man, why does my daily burst go down? Or why is my daily burst inconsistent or go up? I'm compounding, but I want my daily burst to go up faster. Well, those are all, again, results of something. And so we have to reverse engineer that to say, all right, well, what can we do to make sure that the pool balance is always growing, that we, have a buffer, that we're adding more liquidity than what's being withdrawn. And so again, we were able to come up with this idea of rehypothecating the LP that will earn E-shares for the protocol. Those E-shares can then be sold to create more EMP ETH LP. That LP is then put into the pool balance of Detonator, and because nobody deposited that, there's nobody to claim that. So it's purely profit in the pool balance. So that's huge, and it's also a bit of a peg protection, because when we're below peg, and again, Detonator is healthy, anyway, because we've been seeing Detonator grow without any help whatsoever, which is just even more bullish. But when we're below peg, now we can take some of that E share, sell it, and rather than buying just ETH to pair with the EMP the Treasury already owns, now we can just buy EMP off the market and pair it up with ETH to then put it into Detonator, and now that will help push peg up as well. So again, it's a win-win. It's what makes EMP different, is that we're always looking at the economics. How can we make the economics better? How can we improve? How can we again make this a multi-generational project? And again, what we hope is a top 100 or higher crypto. And I think that we will get there. I know we will get there. It's just a matter of time. So, all right, Bull. Anything else we forgot, or you want to jump into questions? Feel free to add
Yeah.
anything. Go ahead. Yep.
I'm all out of words, bro. So let's go to questions.
That's a rarity, huh? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I'm joking.
yeah, I know you are.
I never have a shortage for words. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. So YouTube, yeah, look at the Detonator, beast. So this is from Andrew Isopo. Hey AJ, I'm a big Hydro Whale NFT holder and EMP VIP holder. My two fave projects. Curious if EMP will invest some of the treasury into the Hydro Whale's gold venture, Project 79, they just announced last night.
Yeah, for sure. So I was on the AMA last night. Again, they had a lot of announcements on their end, so we didn't have time to get to EMP. But absolutely, man, we love hydro rails. We again, I'm acquiring NFTs outside of the treasury personally, but we absolutely have a plan on not only buying hydro rail NFTs, but also getting involved in their treasury. The only reason we haven't done it yet is because, again, we had a major, peg recovery plan. We want to make sure we have plenty of cash reserves to, again, if needed, to help with that. We ended up spending a lot less than we even needed to because the community is just so incredible. The majority of that peg recovery was organic. And so, yeah, I mean, the short answer is yes, absolutely. The long answer is we just need to make sure, we have enough cash reserves that we can carve out, 5 or 10% of the overall protocol treasury to invest in other revenue generating avenues. So, but yeah, we love hydro rails. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, Project 79, awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's 79 on the periodic table of elements. So but yeah, so let's go to the next question. Maybe a lame dad joke, I guess. So this is from Anthony Rose. A thought. What about having ETH staking occurring every 180 days? ETH is generated via staking, and the principal plus interest can be resacrificed back into farms, nodes, EMP plus ETH stake into the farm.
Yeah, so on the surface, it really isn't a matter of the days. Like you said, have it be 180 days instead of 90 days. So let me just read one more time what you said so I can conceptualize this. So yeah, ETH. So that's another misconception, I guess. So the ETH staking contract doesn't generate ETH. It generates eShare. So I don't know. I mean, eShare can be sold for ETH, but I'm just not quite following that breakdown. Bull, are you following? I'm not following it, but maybe you are. Maybe, yeah.
I think it's just a matter of like, let me look at it here. I was counting on you to answer it, but
Yeah,
let me see.
yeah.
Okay, now this I want to read this because Anthony always shows up to every AMA, and
Totally.
I want to give him the courtesy of answering that question. So a thought: what about having ETH staking occurring every 180 days? ETH is generated via staking, and the principal plus interest can be resacrificed back into the farms, nodes, EMP, ETH stake into the farm. So I would say like the functionally, right, there is no issue with ETH staking. It works perfectly. And because like, you know, as you pointed out with the merge coming up and certain economic conditions in the world, that's the reason that it's paused. It's not a mathematical or a functional issue. The contract and the fundamentals work perfectly. It's just a matter of risk mitigation and allowing people to, you know, reap the benefits of the rewards of the current e-staking, and then put those back on the farm, and then, you know, control or make the choices to do with that as they see fit. And so I don't know, you know, so it's not really like a matter of time, you know, like
like
staking or days.
having
Right.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Sorry.
absolutely, Bill. I'm getting it now, brother. Thank you. I had a chance to internalize it. You're both 100% right. I mean, it's not a matter of an issue with the economics. It's just a matter of risk mitigation. Meaning, again, there's a lot of external factors. Detonator blowing up and working better than anybody anticipated, pun intended. And then, like Bill said, the merge. I mean, that could be
Watch it.
Yeah, there could be a lot of volatility on the ETH 2.0 merge. So we just don't want to ever get in a situation with the protocol, again, that we would promise or say that we can do something and then not be able to deliver on that. So, and yeah, I mean, absolutely, Anthony, it's paused right now. You know, we could maybe even implement ETH staking before the next 90-day period. We just have to again reevaluate, and that's the crazy part in crypto is things change so fast that you have to be prepared for every scenario. And you know, at EMP, we look at every scenario. We look at best case scenario, we look at worst case scenario, and then we try to get somewhere in between of those two viewpoints. So. Yeah, I mean, everything that you said is absolutely still possible. And yeah, that basically what you said about nodes, using that EMP, that is essentially how the ETH staking contract works, because it's it's EMP that the treasury already owns. So we are getting the best deal possible on farming. Again, we just don't want to dilute all of you that are in the farms already. If anything, we want to increase your APR, and so we think that this will do all of that by just pausing the ETH staking. So, all right, awesome. Thank you, Anthony, for sure. All right, Bull, any other questions or anything you want to add to that? Sorry.
Nope. But you know, it just bears repeating to see, like I said, you know, Anthony is a person that shows up every day and has a question, right? And when you're here, every question is answered. No question is off the table. The point is that, you know, you're always listening and you're always here. It's a big separation, and you know, thank you to you, you know, because you are always here, and you know, obviously thank you to your family too for allowing you all the time that you put into this, and the effort and the heart and everything. So, but the point that I'm trying to make is that when you know, somebody shows up every day, they're actively engaged in their ownership, their business here, right? Your ownership of the ecosystem is a business, and you kind of need to treat it like that and show up every day and not just put it on autopilot. And that's why I love to see people that show up and are here every day asking, not necessarily asking questions. You don't have to do that, but, you know, making sure that people know who you are. And you pointed out something that was really powerful on the AMA that we were on with Gosu, which was I don't recall
You demand, I think. You demand.
Yeah,
Is what
you demand. Yep. And you pointed out something that's really important. It's the showing up, somebody asked you a question about how you got into starting a project, and the thing that has always really stuck in my brain that you mentioned early on was that you and the other guys, you were in a lot of similar projects. You didn't know them right away, but
Totally.
because you kept seeing the same names pop up in the same projects, and you get to know people, you see people, and it's this point of where I talk about making crypto friends, right? It's when you're in one project and then you're in another project with somebody, you keep seeing the same people show up, and there are, I'm just going to go off on a tangent here quickly, but there are a number of YouTubers that started in the bear market last time. And now they're some of the biggest YouTubers today because they started in the bear. The people that tend to start in the bull, when it goes bearish, they disappear. But the people that are building in the bear are the people that are setting themselves up for success in the bull. And that's part of the making the friends, but it's part, it's consistency. It's always showing up. It's knowing that you're putting effort forth and not thinking that this is just an ATM or a lottery ticket, that's going to make you $1 million overnight. It's, crypto really is not like that. And I think there's a terrible misconception that people have that, think that you're going to become a millionaire overnight, because unfortunately that's where so many crypto articles are written. But the point is, when you show up every day, people get to know you. They hear your voice. They know the kind of questions you ask. They know the type of person you are. And the sky is the limit. Anything can happen when you meet these people. Your knowledge base grows, your contacts grow, your confidence grows. And next thing you know, in 2 years, who knows? You could be running your own project because you're a person that has a ton of different ideas. You're always here. You always show up. And you're doing the right things to, kind of build your brand, but build your knowledge and build your friendships. And that's the thing I've really taken away from, what you said, AJ, is like how you started EMP and how, you met people, and why, like this guy knows so many people, like everywhere, like every channel you get, you go and there's AJ. Oh yeah, we've known him for 5 years or 4 years or 3 years. Yeah. Honest guy, great guy, super helpful, very nice. Nobody has a bad thing to say because he's always there, being honest, being, hardworking, being legitimate, being, constructive. And that's the kind of the stuff that really it sells, because that is going to be the roadmap forward for DeFi is an honest, person with integrity that shows up all the time. And so I would just encourage everybody to understand that showing up and then realizing, like, this is not BS. You own this ecosystem. If you owned 1% of it, if you had 1% of the total value in your portfolio, of the ownership of this ecosystem, you are part owner. It doesn't matter how much you have, or how little. The reality is what happens in this ecosystem is determined by you. And, so I would just encourage everybody to show up as much as possible and learn as much as possible and meet as many people as possible. So
Absolutely.
that's kind of my rant for the day. So
no, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for your kind words, and you're following those footsteps, Bill. I see you putting in work. I mean, you and I both don't sleep hardly at all. But everybody says, man, that Bill Gates guy, we like him. And again, that just goes to show any of you can do that. I mean, you get in, you get out what you put in. And I think DeFi and crypto in general has this really, horrible precursor of getting rich quick, and the whole lottery ticket of buying, a meme token and hoping that it does 1,000x. That is so rare in the space, and unfortunately, the media, that's what the media portrays. But if you actually get involved and put in the time, you learn about crypto, you learn about blockchain technology, you learn about economics. I mean, that is how you are truly going to succeed in crypto long term. And like Paul said, anybody that is, starting YouTube channels or giving you not giving you, but giving you financial advice, you know, when things are at the height, those aren't probably not the people you want to be listening to. The people you want to listen to are the ones that have been here during an 80% market correction, you know, that know how to weather the storm, that don't get, you know, fudded out of their own bags. And so, yeah, absolutely. I know Jesse has his hand up, but I have one more question I really want to get to on YouTube. Bull, can you read it out loud and then I'll respond from To the Moon?
Yep, the top question, sure. So this is from To the Moon on YouTube about the nodes. How can the system be better than all the bad actors who are selling EMP from the nodes, especially because the ROI on nodes is 400%, where they can just sit, claim, and sell? I know. Do you want me to stop there or read the next?
Keep going. Yep, read it all first.
Okay.
Go ahead. Perfect.
Okay. I know people reinvesting in nodes keeps this contract alive, but I think people who reinvest are actually working for the bad actors who just sell and have the easy life.
All right, so I love this question, and I'm glad that To the Moon asked it. So I think that this is a major, again, misconception that on the surface, you know, people see these quote-unquote bad actors getting into nodes and then just dumping that EMP every single day, you know, as it goes. Well, you have to realize that one of the major reasons that we had a 50-day, 50, more than that, 52, 53 probably, streak of being above peg was because of nodes. Nodes are a very, very powerful part of our ecosystem. And, you know, on the surface, you can say, well, yeah, you know, people are just getting into nodes and then, you know, dumping that EMP. Well, you know, yes, to a certain extent, but that EMP is EMP that would be in the system regardless. So, nodes are an actual buffer against sell pressure. So rather than having people dump thousands of EMP out of the boardroom every time the boardroom prints, you know, nodes are a way for people to, you know, stop that, you know, tidal wave of EMP going onto the market. It allows us to kind of, you know, make it into a small, slow drip of EMP. And really, it's a lot, it provides a better entrance for those that want to buy EMP, because again, you know, being above and below peg is pretty healthy overall. You know, as long as we're not far below peg, which again, I mean, the lowest we ever went was what, 0.88. So again, I think that people get caught up in, you know, man, you know, people are just getting in the nodes and then dumping it. Well, that might be the case, but it really, again, overall, nodes are still really powerful for the economics. So I don't know, Bull, does that explain? I hope I got that my point across.
Yeah.
But you're so much better at saying things. So yeah, go ahead, Bull.
I'll just try to be really quick so Jesse can, you know, pop in there. So just bear with me, please, Jesse. So if nodes didn't exist and there was all of this spare EMP in the system, what we would see is this big, you know, kind of oscillation back and forth of big sells and big buys, and instead of hovering around peg like we have been, right? Like in the you know, what I call the 90% range, right?
Yes.
We would probably see like all these other ecosystems where, you know, it's, you know, from 80%, you know, from 0.8 peg to 1. You know, to 20% below to 20% above. And then these what ends up happening is because eventually more of the native token keeps getting dropped in the system without any barrier to leaving. What ends up happening is this pendulum keeps swinging back and forth further and further and more violent each time until it actually breaks the system. You know, you'll see 10% above, 10% below. The next time you'll see 12% below, 12% above. Then it's 16% below, 16% above, because confidence is swinging because of the amount of token in circulation that's liquid. Instead of it being locked up. So you eventually see this massive oscillation happen, where that spread keeps getting bigger and bigger up till the point of where people completely lose confidence because of that back and forth action. and then your boat gets, capsizes eventually. If you were to just think of, 20 people sitting in a rowboat, and then a couple people, maybe just scooting their butts over, and the boat, tilts a little bit one way. So a couple more people tilt, or scoot their butt the opposite way. And then, they rock it the other way. But if you imagine that you're sitting in a boat, like on liquid, and people, that movement keeps getting harsher and harsher, with every cycle, eventually that boat capsizes. So the goal is to keep as close to peg as possible. And that's why, for instance, a DEX is designed to have its LPs be in complete parity, because complete parity allows you to enter and exit the system without this radical oscillation that ends up, basically depegging the coin, or allowing, that LP to be, for lack of a better term, liquidated, when that's what will end up happening typically in a flash loan attack, is somebody will exploit what's in an LP by manipulating the balance of the AMM and then capsizing it. Does that make sense?
For sure, Bull. And so I want to address one more thing. Jesse, I'll get to you, bro, I promise. But the last sentence of that question was, the bad actors who just sell and have the easy life. So yeah, that is another total, misconception, because if you're getting into nodes just to sell EMP, not only is it going to take you about 130 days, I don't know the exact math, but it's going to take you at least 130 days to get your initial investment out. If you would just take the EMP that you use to and pair it up with EMP, or I'm sorry, pair up your EMP with ETH, or use the node emissions, the EMP that the nodes produce, use that to pair up with LP, you would actually make more money from the farms, and own your position, meaning you haven't sold anything because you're not selling your EMP. You still own your position in the LPs because you're earning E-share and selling those. So really, anybody that is in nodes, just selling nodes, not only are you hurting the protocol, but you're losing so hard on your investment. I mean, it makes no sense to me on why somebody would just do that. So it's not about bad actors having the easy life. That's literally, one of the worst ways to profit in an ecosystem. So it's our job to, educate people, because I want what everybody here wants. I want all of you to win. I mean, there's no ulterior motives in that, and the protocol wants you to win, because the more you win as the investor, the more the protocol wins. And again, this is why seigniorage is just so powerful. So again, I really wanted to get to that question. I hope that helped. Again, because I see it a lot that people get frustrated with quote unquote bad actors who are selling EMP. And really, I mean, if you're selling EMP, you're only doing yourself a disservice, because you're able to profit in so many other ways in the ecosystem. So, all right, Jesse, are you still there, bro? I'll give you the floor for 1 or 2 minutes before
Real quick, to sum that up, selling your EMP is like selling Microsoft in the early days. I mean, it's just stupid. Doing the most selfish thing is the best thing for yourself and the protocol. But the people's chant, what's going on, brother?
Yes, Jesse. Hell yeah, brother. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. They got me working doubles, man, slaving, building these roads. It's high season. I got to get these contracts wrapped up.
Yeah, bro. I know you've been jackhammering, bro. But you always show up, bro. You always show up.
Listen, they make me do. I'm lying. I do too much work. You know why I do too much work? It's heat wave out here, and I feel bad. A lot of the guys, they're older. A lot of the guys, they're overweight. So I'm always like, I got it. And I do too much because I care too much.
Yes,
but
brother.
I just wanted to jump in and say, listen, I just want to remind all the new people that it's levels to this shit. And, everybody in the TG, be prepared for VIP to open up. Do the right thing. It's the best thing for you, and it opens up opportunity in the VIP group. The people in the VIP group, the ones that are doing the best, that stand out, we see you. Everybody sees you. The army has a lot of eyes. Even when I'm too busy, I know all the eyes are there. And anybody that ever makes the privilege to make it into the army, man, what a privilege it is. You get in there, rest assured, the decisions that are made, it's some big brain motherfuckers in there, I promise you. Before anything's brought to you, it's been looked at by every angle possible, man. And if any of you ever get the privilege to get in there, you're really going to be impressed with the conversations that's going on in there. It's something to really strive for. Man, if you love EMP, man, definitely make the effort to do what you got to do the right thing in the ecosystem, and to put the effort in welcoming these new people and pushing the education, man, because you definitely want to make it to that level.
Absolutely,
That's
Jesse.
financial advice for the day.
Hell yeah, bro. That is financial advice. So that's our that was an awesome public service announcement in regards to the army. And it's true, man. The army is the best of the best. We have some amazing people in there, and every single person in the army started as a normal community member. So I know there's about 2 or 3 on my list right now from VIP. That we're absolutely looking at promoting into the army. We are opening up VIP again within the next week or two. I'll get more info on that when we're ready. But every few months we open up VIP. That allows you to submit your wallet address to make sure you're a good actor. It's not a matter of monetary value. It's just that you're well diversified into the protocol, that you understand, that you've graduated the academy, and if you've done all that, then chances are you're allowed to be in the VIP, and then from the VIP you can be promoted into the army. So yeah, man, it's just a way for us to give
And then
back.
from there, just like Bull said, man, you got to show up. And real quick, I have to do it. Make sure you smash all them likes, claps, everything. I'm saying, show love to all the people, our content creators putting in that work. I love you, AJ, Bull, man. You guys are always the best, man. I appreciate everything you guys do. Everybody in the Army, LA, everyone. The list goes on. I just want to shout out to everybody, man. And for me, this is definitely. I know you get a lot of testimonial. It's definitely life changing for me, man. I'm super happy to have found EMP.
Hell yeah, Jesse. Love you too, bro. Awesome, man. Good to hear from you. And get back to them roads, bro. We gotta get out there driving. So go ahead, man. Uh, all right, awesome. Well, there you have it. All right, we're gonna jump right into Detonator. Again, we're had an action-packed AMA today. Apologies if we didn't get to your question. Feel free to leave it in the comments, and we can get to it at a future AMA on your behalf. So, all right, Detonator is our daily ROI contract. It's been an absolute monster, providing incredible returns to those involved, and the pool balances continues to either maintain or get higher, which is really what you want to see in any ROI DApp. And we're going on almost 6 months now of up and to the right. And so, what is Detonator? Detonator is, again, a daily ROI contract. That means you deposit EMP ETH LP into the protocol. That is beneficial for the protocol because it's locked liquidity. Right now, $5.2 million pool balance value. And so by depositing those LPs, you no longer have access to those LP, but you get anywhere from 0.5 to 0.8% a day back on your deposit. So through the power of compound interest and having a long-term approach, you can literally turn Detonator into a passive income machine. We always say to compound more than you claim. If you can claim once or twice a week and compound the rest, this contract could go on for years and years and years. Because that's what's healthy for the ecosystem, and it's healthy for you as the investor because you're always able to keep up with the pool share and again the power of compound interest, continuing to build your principal amount. So one other or two other awesome things about Detonator is our two massive giveaways. So we have a lot of game theory involved in Detonator, and that's what keeps us continuing to have the balance grow. And one of that is the largest deposit prize. So the Detonator revolves in 24-hour cycles, and if you deposit the most amount of money, or LP rather, in the last few seconds of the contract, or again, you could do it early too, but if you're the largest depositor within 24 hours, you get 1% of the overall pool. Right now, that's $52,369 dollars equivalent. And if you win these largest prizes, you're not able to claim them immediately and dump on our heads. It's actually rolled over into your principal balance so that you can ROI on your winnings. So the $50,000 could turn into well over $150,000. So and even at that, it's about $200 or $300 a day just from your daily burst. So, Bull, we also give away 1% to a random lottery winner. We call it a lottery, but it's really a random giveaway. Bull, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the random lottery ticket, only one ticket wins, right? And so a lot of people would tell you, well, it's only one ticket. I don't have any chance. Well, that's not true, because I know yesterday we had our first one ticket winner, where they only had one ticket, and only one ticket wins. So that was the first time in 169 days that it happens. So it can happen. Normally we have around 10,000 tickets, so you would have a 1 in 10,000 chance, just like that person did yesterday. And so that's pretty amazing when you think about it, because of the payday. An $8 ticket, giving you a chance at $52,000. And it's not just $52,000 because it's a 365 contract, meaning, you're going to get that deposit, that winning deposited into your account. And you're going to get 365 on that over time. So pretty amazing when you look at it. But, if you're somebody that can put in more, you can put in up to 50 tickets through deposit. That's going to cost you around $400 or 7.5 LP. If you're a person that's already in the Detonator and you're compounding, you're going to get tickets from that, and you can have a maximum of 50 tickets. So you could have a maximum of 100 tickets total, 50 through deposit, 50 through compounding. And so, you could have those 100 tickets, but at the end of the day, only one ticket wins. And that's the important thing, because that this reward is life-changing, even without ETH, going up to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. The reality is $52,000 is a lot of money, regardless of who you are. I would bet you that anybody that had $100 million would still be happy to win that. And so this is the first day to take advantage of that opportunity. If this is your first day here, obviously, figure out what this is, and then look at the chances that you have to change your life. So the calculation really quickly is called expected value. Google it, figure out if this is something that you want to do. But I would encourage you to, at the very least, check it out, and then see how life-changing this can be, because I know that it is, because I've read a ton of testimonials from people. I've gotten a lot of DMs from people talking about how this has totally changed, like, not only their crypto life, but their life, in the physical world, and how it's really going to help them, and their family. So, check it out.
Amazing, absolutely, Bull. And again, that is the power of Detonator. We had somebody make a comment in one of our AMAs. They said, well, if it's a lottery, does that mean that there can't be a winner guaranteed? And so, we say lottery because it's easy to understand, but every single day there is a winner. Again, maybe a raffle is a better way of saying it, or truly a giveaway. But as long as somebody has a ticket, they will be the winner of that largest or the random lottery prize. And we've already seen some great volume. There was a 188 snipe coming in last minute here. We have about 1 minute and 45 seconds. We'll see if that holds up. again, we'll see if we can get back over 100,000 LP. We've been, again, hovering around that 100,000 LP. It's very healthy for the contract. Again, people are claiming, there's no smoke and mirrors. People are claiming, and so the fact that we're able to maintain this level and continue to grow is bullish. And again, with the upgrades that we're going to release next week, it could be even more of an awesome thing. So, all right, there's another snipe.
There's a snipe.
Yeah, 205 LP. Let's see if that holds up. I love it. This is our game theory in action. Again, you never know. You may be able to get away with a small snipe like that and win up to $52,000. So here we go. 1 minute. Good luck, everybody. Make sure you're compounding. Last minute here. This is the team wallet, so I'm gonna let that reward just roll over. But yeah, make sure you're compounding. We're at 99,129 LP. We'll see if we can get over 100,000. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. If you are the winner, we'd love to hear from you. So feel free to join on the voice chat as well. So, all right, 30 seconds. Bull, how many tickets are we at?
Oh, 9,000.
All right, good deal. Another good day to get in. Anything under 10,000 tickets is great odds. Here we go, 15 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Will 205 take it? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 is to, oh man, a massive snipe at the end.
679.
679 comes in. Holy cow, let me refresh. Oh man, what a snipe that was.
Holy moly. Recognize that.
All right.
That was the winner.
That is the winner. The pool balance is now well over 100,000 LP. We'll let everything roll over. Again, the contract has to account for all the last minute rollovers as well. But man, what a day.
Wow.
Over 600 LP ends up taking it home. There was about an 88, a 150, a 205, and then a 600 plus. So a lot of awesome daily volume today. You should see your daily burst skyrocketing. Again, Bull, why is my daily burst going up, Bull? I don't get it. So
well, bro, that's a good thing. It's a good thing, right?
Yes.
Like means the pool balance is really growing, super healthy. We can see it. We can see, obviously the LP growing, the the deposits growing, the users growing, the excitement building, and I'm psyched for when those Detonator community enhancements drop, and I think everybody else is gonna be super stoked about it too.
Totally. And there you see it, the pool balance finally updated. Again, there's a lot of transactions that Detonator has to go through. The lottery winners are, and largest deposit, those are all instantaneous. But Detonator has to go through and calculate how many people have compounded at the last minute there. So there usually is a little bit of a delay, but now we are at 100,524 LP. That is the largest pool balance to date, and again, really healthy. We are now at $5.3 million, over $100,000 entered through deposits or compounding within the last 10 minutes. So, man, what another amazing day here at EMP. Just an absolute monster. And we're only continuing to get better and better and better. So, Bull, any final closing words or anything else you want to talk about? Go ahead, brother.
Well, obviously, just with ETH staking unlocking, and your initial deposit plus your gains being given back to you, just have a plan of what you're going to do with it, and understand that truly, that you're an owner of the ecosystem, and if what you do with that is going to matter, in relation to the rest of your portfolio. So if you're a person who has eShares and you haven't experienced the PEG runs that we've been on before, I think you're going to be in for, kind of a wild ride. And, it's a really exciting time around here. I think all the time, there's a lot going on, but especially when we're on the peg wave, the excitement level and the gifts dropping are just crazy here. And that gets people, like, just more and more people are, flocking to the system here, and are just, we see a lot of growth all over the place. And I'm happy, to see that, because this is such a good project. And when we have more people come in, that's an opportunity for, obviously for the ecosystem, but for us to grow, to, like, hear new people speak on the AMAs, or share their knowledge or their experiences in the channel. It really helps us grow, especially in the confidence that crypto isn't just a bunch of scam artists. It's real people here. We're all trying to build something together, and that when I'll just point it out that there's going to be 800 ETH that will get unlocked tomorrow, which is roughly $1.3 million. And if I'm going to say when, I'm not going to say if, okay? When we go over 103 and then 105, as Doc Brown says, you're going to see some serious shit.
Yes.
And it, you're going to see high APRs in the boardroom. You are going to see eShares skyrocket. Yeah, and none of this is financial advice. I'm just telling you what has happened many times in the past here, and the reason that eShare, got to $3,000. This isn't a call to ape into eShares, but it is I'm telling you to go back and look historically what has happened here, why so many people in other ecosystems are excited about EMP. And it's because we have these sustained peg runs, because there are so many different pieces in here to protect peg. And sure, we see, we'll see dumping of that, but there's nothing you can do about that. That's crypto, right? And when somebody sells their EMP, they are just hurting their ability to gain in the future. But with ETH staking coming unlocked, I would just encourage you to have a plan of what you're going to do with that, because you can put it in your wallet, and you can sit it in there and wait for it to appreciate, because we're in DeFi. We know that ETH is going to appreciate. But if you've been in EMP, you've seen yourself earning, and the earning potential here is really high. But if you're a new person and you haven't seen the APRs when we go to 103 or 105, it's not just the APR high that's in the boardroom. We see high APRs throughout the system, on the farms, in the nodes. We're going to see Detonator explode, because we're already seeing, phenomenal growth when we've been below peg for, the last month and a half. But now that, we've recovered peg, we have this ETH unlocking, and I'm confident, that we're going to see 103 and 105 on the TWAP. I think, Detonator is really going to surprise some people about exactly how fast it grows. And, where I said, I think we're going to see 10 million TVL, and I'm going to stop talking in dollar values and start talking in LPs in the future. But I think we're going to see, some extremely serious growth here in Detonator, because it's an incredibly powerful tool to change lives, to protect the ecosystem. And then plugging that in on the farm, we're going to see these APRs on the farms, just explode upwards. And I think if I recall correctly, in the last peg run, in the EMP ETH LP farm, we saw 0.8% daily. We were at about, we were pretty close to 2% on the EMP, or on the eShare BNB farm, and anywhere between 1.5% to 5% in the boardroom. So this isn't just a high APR chasing game, because if you've been here, you've seen slow, steady growth. But when this boardroom turns on, it's extremely hard to explain. But this ecosystem just lights on fire, and the prices skyrocket. So I would encourage everybody and I keep saying that, but I'm going to really, really encourage you to look at what to do with that ETH, and just, just calculate what you can do with what you have in your portfolio. And if you want to see it just explode upwards in value.
Amazing, absolutely, Bull, and I couldn't agree more. Again, not financial advice, but the only way to earn, the way that the most, wealthy people in the world have gotten their wealth or maintain their wealth is by allowing their assets to make them more assets, and that's how I personally have built a multi-million dollar portfolio, is by using my crypto to make me more crypto. And EMP is absolutely, the leader in allowing you to turn your Ethereum into EMP ETH LP and then earn exponentially while still accumulating Ethereum. I mean, it's just a win-win. So again, we could see a lot more volume coming in tomorrow, and if we don't, that's okay too. But the ecosystem is healthy regardless, and nonetheless. So all right, awesome. Thanks again, Bull. Shout out to you, my co-host with the most. Could not do without you, Bull. LA as well, always helping me. Everybody else from the army, shout out to all of you. And last but not least, absolutely, is the rest of this community. I wouldn't do it if I wouldn't show up to AMAs every day if I knew, it didn't help all of you become better crypto users. We're happy to do this day after day. And again, feel like this is how we're going to create a really exceptional project in crypto, is through education first. So, all right, awesome. Thanks again. Tomorrow's Friday, so I will not be here. We'll do a community run AMA. Tomorrow's my quote unquote day off. I never get a day off, but it will be a well deserved little break. And so, yeah, I appreciate all of you that allow me to do that for one day. And then, yeah, join us in Telegram to do a community run AMA. And we may actually have Bull start running the YouTube page as well. So I don't know if we're going to get it up by tomorrow, but we can continue the live streams even if I'm not available that day. So, Bull, I don't think we're going to be able to do that for tomorrow, but in Telegram for tomorrow, right? Oh,
Yep.
there he
Yep.
is. Yep.
Nope. I'm here. Yeah. We have to kind of get it sorted out, but we'll definitely have the community tomorrow. And then I'll have to, just experiment a little bit to try the
live
YouTube.
stream.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, no worries. So again, AMA tomorrow on YouTube will not happen, but we will have the AMA in our Telegram group. If you've not already joined our Telegram, please do. And again, please like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube as well. All of that really helps. And we will see you on Saturday. Good night. Good day. See you on Saturday.